new babe.
So what's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L. I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. See, now listen, this is gonna be the video that probably makes me wake up tomorrow, call my old chief at the fire department and be like, man, you got an opening? And he gonna be like, yeah. I'm gonna be like, I'm ready to come back. I know this video is gonna have me like that. I just know it, bro. Cause you never really, the fire burning inside you to do public safety never really burns out. You know what I'm saying? I still have those urges to want to go run calls, do different things, man, help people. It's in my nature, bro. I love to do it while I did it. You know what I mean? And I would go back in a second if I could. You know what I mean? For the job, the guys, only thing I didn't like was the politics of it. And everything has politics in it, but especially public safety. So we're about to check out the 7 amazing rescues caught on camera. Let's go.
Despite the bleak outlook of the news lately, every now and then there's a shining example of our fellow human beings acting heroically. What makes these moments of courage even more amazing is that some of them get caught on film. Today we'll be looking at 7 amazing rescues that were caught on camera.
He was about to give whatever that was, mouth to mouth. I think that's what he was about to do.
When 50-year-old Cape Town native Brett Archibald set sail on a surfing charter trip with his friends in April of 2017, he was fully expecting to get up close and personal with some choice waves in the Indian Ocean. What he didn't expect was just how familiar he would become. At 2 o'clock in the morning, Brett woke up from his sleep feeling sick to his stomach and leaned over the side of the boat to rid himself of the nausea. The sensation made him very dizzy, and he blacked out, tumbling headfirst into the water. By the time he regained consciousness, he realized he was treading water, the boat now 30 to 50 feet ahead of him. He describes how desperately he tried to get the attention of his friends and the crew. Quote, "I just watched the lights of the boat disappear. I screamed with everything I had in my lungs, but I realized very quickly that they were never going to hear me." Faced with the fact that the boat didn't seem to be turning around, Brett was able to steel his nerves and kicked into survival mode. In the book he would go on to write about the harrowing experience, Brett described how he designed a new kind of breaststroke to keep his head above water, and was woken from falling asleep by seagulls pecking at his face. Deprived of rest and water, he began to hallucinate, and he even encountered a reef shark, which he said in his crazed sense of mind, he believed he could grab onto the shark and have it tow him to land. Salvation came 28 hours after Brett's dive into the ocean.
Bro, 28 hours out there? I would have thought he'd have been caught hypothermia or something like that. Because you got to imagine, 2 o'clock in the morning, most people not going to wake up till possibly 4 or 5 hours later, maybe 7 a.m., 6 a.m., something like that. You're lucky if somebody wakes up, but they may not notice you're not out until 8 maybe? Yo, that's got to be one of the scariest moments somebody could ever face in their life. And to see the boat sail away from you while you're treading water, I can't imagine.
In the form of an Indonesian fishing boat, they had received the news of Brett's disappearance from a dispatch made by the Coast Guard. The crew and passengers aboard the Baron Joey spotted Brett at 6:30 in the morning, and Brett's retrieval and first steps back onto dry land were filmed.
Here's a good photo.
You aren't going to be too dark to surf.
Hey, so where do you want to go surfing, Brett?
Surfing down in the middle sea. Hello, guys.
You're a machine! You're a machine! Oh my God! My friend coming up the stairs right this second.
Roger, mate. You alive or dead?
Alive.
Fantastic, mate.
lie down, grab a water and a blanket.
Bro, that's nothing short of a miracle, man. Like, no shirt in that cold. I imagine that water to be cold, bro. 2 a.m. He survived for 20-something hours. Wow.
The Yuba River in Sacramento Valley, California, is a popular tourist destination for swimmers, inner tubers, and whitewater rafters alike. Typically, though, the swimmers and the rapids don't mix. This was the unfortunate and life-threatening case for a young man in June of 2017, when he was swept away while swimming alone at the Emerald Pools area of the park. 25-year-old Kalani Tuyano had tried to swim across the river, severely underestimating the potentially deadly power of the current, clinging to a rock, just seconds away from being swept through the current to a 45-foot waterfall. Tuyano held his position despite injuries for 5 hours before California Highway Patrol emergency responders were able to rescue him. The rescue itself, captured on film by the CHP, showcases the responders' astonishing bravery. In the footage, firefighter David Fitcher can be seen dangling from a cable, suspended hundreds of feet above the dangerous rocks and rushing water.
Okay, he's at the patient. Getting him in.
That's a dangerous job, bro.
Okay, getting him in. Okay, he's in. That's in. Okay, clear the lift. Okay, come on up. Power's good. Bring him up.
We hear the calm and collected voice of the hoist operator as the man is swiftly secured to the rescue device and transported over water and terrain by pilot Monty Emery until he's placed expertly and safely on the ground. The swimmer was treated for all injuries and survived the harrowing ordeal relatively unscathed, thanks to the emergency responders. The 3 responders were awarded the Higgins and Langley Memorial Award for their heroic rescue in June of 2018. Elephants are often regarded as some of the most intelligent and loving species of mammals. Like humans, they experience deep bonds with one another and express great amounts of motherly love. A mother elephant expressed just that in November of 2017, when her baby fell into a well as their herd was preparing to cross the Uvalantali River in Kerala, India. The mother elephant and her herd did not abandon the baby, who was unable to get out due to the mud sliding down on top of him, but unfortunately, they had no way of rescuing him. Workers in the forest found the calf who had been trapped in the pit all night. They used an excavating machine to clear the mud from the sides of the hole so the baby could get out and return safely to its family. Footage shows onlookers cheering and anxiously anticipating the elephant's rescue. The baby can be heard trumpeting to his family, waiting in the river below. As the excavator pulls the last bit of mud blocking the elephant's escape, the crowd cheers as the elephant runs down the embankment to his family. Footage shows the mother elephant lifting her trunk as if to thank the hard-working rescuers, a tender moment shared across the animal-human barrier. Sometimes rescues are so miraculous, they flood the international media for days at a time. The rescue of a young Thai soccer team and their coach from a collapsed cave dominated international news for nearly 3 weeks, and for good reason. This rescue was a massive undertaking, involving numerous operatives and rescue professionals from all over the world. On June 23, 2018, 12 young boys on the Wild Boars soccer team entered the Thum Luang caves on a field trip, only to be trapped in the caverns as water started flooding in. With no way out and limited food and water, it would take nothing less than a miracle to get them all out alive. This miracle would turn out to involve hundreds of people and several different cave diving experts from all over the world. After friends and family report the team missing, the first rescue team would enter the caves the next day, Sunday, June 24th, to find the boys' shoes, but would be pushed back up to the surface due to dangerous flood levels. The next day, the Thai Navy SEALs team is called in, but are once again unsuccessful due to rising water. Thai officials begin the process of pumping out the water and searching for other entrances to the caves over the next few days. By Saturday, June 30th, news of the boys had gained international attention, and over 1,000 military volunteers and rescue specialists from the US, UK, Australia, and China had joined the effort. After several days of heavy rain, the multinational rescue team finally locates the boys within the cave on Monday, July 2nd. 2 British divers found the soccer team trapped on a ledge, miraculously alive.
Yes, best you can. How many of you? 13. Brilliant.
However, finding them was just one step in the rescue. Without diving equipment or training, it was going to take a very carefully calculated evacuation to get all the boys out safely. Over the next few days, the team is brought water, blankets, oxygen tanks, and food by divers. Tragically, one diver lost his life in the effort. Saman Gunan, a former Thai Navy SEAL participating in the rescue effort as a volunteer, is regrettably killed when he runs out of oxygen below the water in the cave systems. On Sunday, July 8th, the first of the evacuation missions takes place. In order to get the boys to the surface, rescuers give the boys full face masks, ill-fitting wetsuits, and sedated them with ketamine to keep them from panicking or injuring themselves on the journey to the surface. To achieve this, the rescue effort included Australian anesthesiologist Richard Harris, one of only 2 cave diving anesthetists on Earth. It takes 18 expert divers 11 hours to get 4 boys to the surface. The following day, it takes 9 hours to rescue 4 more boys. By Tuesday, July 10th, the final 4 boys and their coach were rescued.
That's why, man, anytime you ever see one of these guys out eating or something, man, and you don't have to, but if you can, man, just pick up the check for them. Just show them your appreciation. Let them say thank you. Any little thing that you can do to show your appreciation, bro. Because they do the jobs that nobody else wants to do. Nobody else is willing to put their lives on the line, bro. You know what I'm saying? These trained smoke divers or whatever, you know what I mean? Firefighter, police, any type of them, man. Just show your appreciation some type of way.
Despite being trapped for 9 days without contact from rescuers and a total of over 2 weeks by the time all the boys were rescued, all of the wild boars in the cave disaster survived after being treated at a Thai hospital. The hundreds of rescue professionals pushed through despite pouring rain and days without any sign of the boys. But they aren't the only heroes. The boys' coach, Ikapol E.K. Juntawong, was there through it all to keep the team calm and safe. He was also one of the last to be rescued, ensuring all of the boys made it to safety first. To keep the boys from panicking, he led them in prayer and meditation, explaining, quote, "I tried not to tell the boys that we got stuck in the cave. I only told them something positive. I told the boys we just had to wait for a bit longer. Then the water may go down and we could get out." Juntuong has since dedicated his life to Buddhism, becoming a full-time monk. All 12 boys have resumed their day-to-day lives with their families, trying to live like normal kids after their 17-day ordeal.
Some tough kids, bro. 17 days being trapped, and like the first 4 to 5 days was people trying to locate them, bro. Miracle.
Once again, a police officer in the right place at the right time saves the day and captures it on film. This unbelievable footage shows the rescue of a woman kidnapped by her ex-boyfriend. The video begins with a police cruiser dashcam as it pursues a white van down an empty street at night. Officers in Espanola, New Mexico, pull over the white van in January 2017 because it matched the description of a vehicle in a 911 call from Las Vegas, Nevada. The call alerted police that a woman had been kidnapped. A neighbor of the victim saw a tall man with blonde hair dragging a tied-up woman to a white van with Texas plates. As sirens and lights blaze in the night, officers use their PA system to instruct the driver to stick his hands out of the window. Shortly after the driver responds, officers discover a passenger in the car.
Get on the ground, passenger! Out of the way! Yeah, I got passenger.
Screaming can be heard from the van, and officers approach to see the victim, Jane Prieb, chained to the wheel well, her hands cuffed and a chain locked around her neck.
We're gonna get you out of here.
Do you need me to say anything about what happened to her?
Bro, that's crazy. Thank gosh they caught him. Thank gosh they caught him, man. Look at her, bro. She's chained to the wheel well. Some sick people. Sick. Now I feel myself starting to get pissed. All right.
Don't worry about it. Okay? Just hold on, okay? Sorry, jump on.
Police work to get her out of the van and remove the chain and handcuffs as she describes the horrific events of her capture. She describes how Morgan and Brown invaded her apartment and her attempts to fight them off as they tied her up. Morgan allegedly overpowered and choked Prieb until she fell unconscious at least 6 times. The investigation would go on to uncover that the plot to kidnap Prieb had gone on for several months. The goal of her capture allegedly was to have her chained up in a cave and for Morgan to brainwash her into marrying him. Morgan had dated Prieb in college, but the relationship was rocky and violent, and they had long since parted ways.
This fool thought this was the way to get her back.
Brown was involved in the plot as well, helping Morgan to stalk Prieb on social media, and even disguised herself as a churchgoer collecting donations door to door in order to locate Prieb's apartment. As if these actions alone weren't unsettling enough, Morgan's behavior in custody is equally bizarre, as he starts singing the gospel song Amazing Grace in the back of the police vehicle where he was detained. Morgan even asks if he can have the Bible and hymn book from his van. Brown's behavior was also strange, joking that she needed to remember her shoes the next time she's arrested. Both Brown and Morgan were charged.
Look at they mugshots, bro. They happy. That's not a say cheese moment.
With federal kidnapping and aiding and abetting, both of which carry maximum life sentences.
Told y'all, man. Let me go make this phone call. I knew it was gonna get me in I knew it. I knew they was gonna do it to me. I knew it. Y'all get at me in the comment section, man. Let me know if y'all made it through without any tears, bro. It's your boy L. Till the next reaction, man. I'm out. Peace.